Okay, thank you very much. This is Mohammad Radhi Bashir speaking, and I'm going to ask you some question regarding our first part of IELTS. I think you are ready to reply, okay?
Yes, sir.
Tell me, what is your full name?
My full name is Mohammad Mehdi Hassan Polash.
What's your nickname?
You can call me Hassan.
Hassan, could you tell us something about yourself?
Yes, sir. Currently, I am a student of Green University of Bangladesh. I'm doing my master's from there, and I have a plan to go abroad for my higher education.
There are so many countries in the world, particularly which country do you want to go?
Currently, as I belong to a family which is not much rich, so obviously I am trying to go to any European country which is cheaper. So Denmark would be my first preference, and I am planning to go there for my higher education.
What are the specialties of Denmark? Why do you prefer to go there? Because there are so many countries in the world who are providing free education. Without having tuition fee, you can study there. So why have you chosen Denmark?
There are several reasons behind that. So as you said, that there are no tuition fees in several countries like Norway or German. But recently, Norway has added tuition fees to their academics. And other than this, Germany has a really long waiting period. So that's why I have chosen Denmark as my preferred country, because they are giving visas in 10 to 12 days.
Is there any embassy of Denmark in our country?
Yes, sir. There is one in maybe Dhanmondi.
Dhanmondi. Right. Tell me, what type of clothing do you like to wear?
Sir, it depends upon my mood, and it depends where I am going or in which situation I am in. If I am going to attend a party, then obviously I have to wear a posh dress, which obviously would make me feel would make me feel comfortable. It make me feel comfortable and give me confidence to stand in front of those people. And if I am going for playing or to attend a sport for playing, obviously I would obviously love to wear comfortable clothes.
Tell me, what are the traditional clothes of your country?
In my country, I would say that for girls, they prefer wearing shari, and for boys, our traditional cloth is wearing Punjabi with dhuti.
Tell me, what do you think? Should we maintain dress code? Should we maintain dress code?
Yes, that's a
There is so many professions in our country who have a particular dress code. What do you think? Is it important to have a dress code?
Yeah, obviously, because if you want to look professional, you should maintain your dress code. Suppose that you are a doctor, and if you are not maintaining your dress code, then obviously if any patients come, they would not recognize you as a doctor. Same goes to with nurse. If nurse are not wearing their sort of dress, people would be in a fix that where should we go to get nursed.
Very good, fantastic. Tell me, how often do you buy new clothes for yourself?
Obviously, I think currently during two festivals, Eid ul-Adha and Eid al-Fitr, mostly I purchase clothes for myself in those festivals. But if whenever the winter comes, I always go for buying winter clothes, warm clothes for my comfortable.
Well, fantastic. Tell me, what type of clothes were very popular in your country 20 years back?
That's I'm not pretty much sure about, because that time I was a child, so that is completely out of my knowledge. But I would rather say that the dress sense has been changed over the years, because currently we are following Western cultures. People of our country, mostly the girls and the boys, their clothing sense has changed dramatically.
What type of clothes do the country people love to wear in winter season?
In our country, the winter is not much intense. So I would say if you buy a simple warm cloth to protect yourself from the cold, from the coolness of the weather, then it would be nice to wear.
Okay, fantastic. You tell me, what is your leisure interest? How do you spend your spare time?
Oh, there are several activities that I always love to do, and one of them is gossiping with my friends. Whenever I get free time, I have several friends whom I love to spend time with, and along with those friends, I go to play badminton. Rather, most of and in other times when I'm feeling that okay, I need to get entertained, I go for a movie.
Okay, what type of movie is very popular in your country?
I no, from my perspective, mostly the crime thriller movies are most embraced by the people of our country, and love story also, like romantic movies are also been watched.
Very good. Who are very popular young stars, actor and actresses in your country?
Talking about actor and actress, I would obviously say that Mohammad Siam. He is a very, I would say, very competent actor. Is and talking about youngsters, I would say Salman Muqtadir, Tawhid Afridi is also doing good in that particular
In that
sector.
particular sector. Very good. Nowadays, our movie industry is not so much decent and not good at all. So, what can be done in order to promotize our film industry worldwide?
Okay, I think they should focus upon the content rather than focusing upon the actor and actress, because sometimes if you want to take you take Saqib Khan for your movie, obviously he would charge higher. But if you are not having a good content, that would not be possible to display to the world with that Shakib Khan. So I think first of all we should work with our script. We should make better storyline, and obviously the direction.
What do you think about women empowerment?
Yeah, obviously I agree with that statement, and what you said, that women empowerment is required in each and every country, because women are almost half of the population. If we are ignoring them, no country would see the light of development.
So, women empowerment is very important.
Yes.
There are so many sectors where the women can spread independently. What do you think? Which job is very much flexible and comfortable for women to do in your own country?
In my country, doing work as a woman is really difficult. It's tough because you have to maintain your family as well, maintain your family as well as your workplace. So I think for them, mostly if they can work as a doctor or as a teacher, where if he is a teacher in a school and her children are also studying in the same school, he can do the same thing simultaneously.
Very good. Thank you very much, Mr. Can I say Mehdi, for your first part. Now I'm going to give you a topic, and I would like to give you 1 minute to think about your topic. Okay? And you shouldn't stop until I say you stop. So your topic name is a recent visit to an enjoyable place. Okay? This is your cue card, and you would like to note down something, you can note it.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, you can start now.
Okay. There are thousands of places in our country to visit and to enjoy that place. So I have visited almost 10 to 15 places in our country that was really interesting to visit. And among them, I would like to talk about a place which name is Bisnakandi. It's located more than 20 or 30 kilometers away from the main city of Sylhet. And I had a different purpose to visit Sylhet, because I had to do a project in that place in an NGO. And later on, during the weekend, I with our cousins were thinking to go somewhere where we can spend our time. We spend a qualityful time. So after doing a research for a couple of minutes, we selected Bisnakandi as our place to visit. So that was a very enjoyable place, because there was a festival happening beside Bisnakandi, and since it was a place where from the hill river was built, or there was a river beside that. So we had to travel. We had a journey by boat as well. we swam.
Okay, thank you
along
very
with the-
much, Mr. Mehdi. Now you tell me what type of places are very popular to the tourists in your country.
Mostly hills and I feel like beaches are the most favorite places of our country for the visitors.
For the visitors,
Visitors,
which place do you like between two places like a seaside area or a hilly area? Which one do you like?
Obviously I always love to visit seaside areas, beaches. Because I had a plan to visit Saint Martin as well. So as I have watched several videos and blogs of people visited that place, and that literally enticed me to go to that place rather than going to a hilly area.
Right, fantastic. So tell me, there are so many people in our country who love to move overseas country to pass their quality time with their family. So why are they not interested to visit in your own country? What are the problems and why are they interested to go overseas?
Oh, there are several reasons behind that, I would say, because of the crime rate that is happening in our country in those spots where you want to go for spending a quality time with your family, friends, or your loved ones. But the terrorist or crimes that are happening in that terrorism or crime that are happening in those areas is very prominent. It's terrible to encounter. So that's why talking about other countries like Bali, Indonesia, Malaysia, or if you talk about a very tiny country which is Maldives, they are also.
Somebody claims that our country is a bit expensive than the overseas country in living cost or fooding cost in the particular place. What do you think about this?
So would you please repeat the question?
Somebody claims that in our country our fooding cost is very high, even hotel or accommodation cost is very high, transportation cost is high comparing to the another country. So how do you opine that?
Yeah, obviously, I would say about that because in our country, since there are not, most of the people are not visiting those places, but they have to bear the expenses, the hotel or the people living at that tourist area. So they have to bear the cost, and that's why they are charging more who are visiting those places. But in overseas, they have thousands of visitors per day or crores, millions of visitors per year. So if they are keeping it cheap, more people will be attracted to those areas. That's why I feel like that people are not interested in our country's tourist place.
Another question I want to raise here, Nepal is a very small country. Even India is a large country where so many tourism places or tourist spots. Even Maldives, if I talk about Sri Lanka, this one of the important earning sources are traveling a tourism sector. But in our country, we have seen that we have so many prominent or popular places, but the tourists are not interested to come to our own country. What are the problems and what should be the responsibility to our tourism ministry to draw the attention to the foreigners?
Oh, as I mentioned that if you go to visit a place like Saint Martin, or if you go to several lakes that we have or hilly areas, and you would obviously find some places where there is no signal, where there is no basic amenities that a person required to live. So, and beside that, if you go for having lunch or dinner, so that is a real problem for us, because the price of those foods is quite expensive. So a normal person who is living on an average salary cannot afford such foods. So I think for the government, they should take some adamant steps to protect those tourist areas, and some steps to protect visitors, and they should reduce the cost to attract more customers.
That's all. Thank you very much, Mehdi, for your lovely words. Hopefully you will do better in your real IELTS exam, and wish you very good luck. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you a lot.